Hey y'all, I'm not dead. As much of a hiatus as I've taken, going back to upload a video finally because I finally found motivation to do so, and it's about Battlefield. I got about 435 hours or so in the game, and I'm gonna throw my stats up here because people think that matters for some reason in a Battlefield game. So, there you go, there's that. Now, what I really want to talk about is all of the classes in general in this game. And it's something I've seen quite a few people talk about, but I just kind of want to throw my hat in the ring and just talk about some things I would change about each class. Now, I do play support most of the time because I've always been that guy. I like the LMGs, I like to give ammo and all that. I just find that playstyle really, really fun. Now, what I would like to see changed for Assault is overall, I think Assault is probably, I would say in my mind, the most balanced of the classes because they don't really have anything that's too overbearing about them. Everything serves a purpose. You got the grenade launcher spam training path, then you got the other one, which I really like. It's Frontliner with increased health regen and all that. I really like that one, getting to use the spawn beacon. And at first I was hesitant about the spawn beacon being on Assault, but I see its use now. There have been some teams where a couple of dedicated Assault players have a spawn beacon, and it does some numbers. But honestly, one thing I would really change about them is their proficiency for assault rifles. It's negligible to say the least, whereas with other proficiencies like for support with the LMG where you move faster, that's a noticeable difference. If you're like Engineer, they have a tighter hip fire spread. That's a noticeable difference. And Recon, they have the better sway and all that. That's a noticeable difference. Assault, you aim down slightly faster, but it's so minuscule that it's not even worth it. So I think what they could do is up those numbers a bit on that one to make it meaningful. Now, you don't want it to be too crazy where assault rifles are snapping ADS really quickly, but I'm sure there's a fine number to make it better. Now, next is the Engineer class. The class that I would argue is tied for the most, you could say OP or the strongest in the game. Just for a quick reference, in my opinion, it's tied between Engineer and Support. But one thing I would really change about Engineer, there's, honestly, a couple of things, and it's really dealing with their rockets. I'm fine with the anti-tank mines and all that, that's fine. But another thing, the biggest gripe for me is simply how many rockets they have. Now that the training paths have been fixed, Engineers can spawn in with 5 RPGs, and that's a lot. That is a lot of RPGs, and especially with the state of RPGs in this game, where they have next to no drop. I mainly play tanks, and tanking is just horrible because RPGs are sniping you across the map. That wouldn't be done in other battlefields, but in this battlefield, they have next to no drop, and they spawn in with 5. I think a nice compromise there would be when you have the tier 1 for anti-armor, instead of spawning in with 5, spawn in with 4. So you would have to then go to a supply crate to get the 5, and just make the RPGs have more drop on them. And some of their other launchers need some work. There's one where you can aim guide it yourself, but it takes 2 rockets to take down an attack helicopter or a transport heli. At that point, just use the RPG. Just use the RPG. Because it is, I would say it's overpowered and definitely in need of a nerf or some fine tuning in that regards. Outside of that, I think their proficiencies are fine. Everything else is fine with the class. It's just It's just the RPG. The RPG and the amount of rockets. And engineer can really do it all too. I've seen some engineers, they put a sniper rifle on and they just go to town sniping, and a vehicle comes up, they just snipe it out of the air with an RPG. But let me know what y'all think about the engineer. That's my take on it. Now, support, one that people would say is one of the best classes in the game, or the most OP. I can agree with that in some regards. Support has a lot going for it. You have the defib and you have the supply crate where it heals, gives ammo, and all that. And they can res. And support is the only one that has smokes. So they have a lot of strong tools, and they got the mortar. The mortar got its buff. It's annoying on some breakthrough maps. But one thing I would personally change about the support is I would remove the quick revives from the defib. I think it rewards lessly skilled medics. They just go around and tap you at half health, and the only reason a quote-unquote quick revive should be done like that is if you have all of your perks and you activate your ultimate per se. Then you should be able to do a little quick revive and get somebody to full health, because all I see are medics just rezzing people at half health. They're dying right there in the middle. They're not even using smokes. And I think smoke should also be carried over to the assault class as well. It only makes sense. That is what I would change about support. Personally, I think their trees are fine. If you want to do like the old school support ways, like Battlefield 3 and 4, where you just want to sit back and give ammo, you have fire support. Or if you want to be a combat medic, you got the combat medic role, and you could run a DMR, which is what I've been doing, and it feels like Battlefield 1. That is what I would change about it. Now for recon. There's a couple issues here I have with recon. The sniper training path is the only training path you should ever use. It has the fatal headshot, especially with the bug where somebody can join in and have all of that where everybody else in the lobby can't. And then there's the rangefinder on the sniper where you can bind it to any button on your controller or a keyboard. I've seen it either with your breath or as soon as you pull the trigger, it automatically zeroes it in, and there's no thinking about it whatsoever. You just point and shoot. It becomes a hit scan at that point. And the only way to counter it is moving side to side, from what I've noticed. I would take the rangefinder and make it work like Battlefield 4. Now, another thing for recon, it's mainly just snipers in general. I'd also get rid of that sweet spot mechanic. It has no place in this game whatsoever. Sniping is the strongest it's been, and snipers do need to have flinch whenever they are shot at. That's for sniper rifles as a whole. Now, I would also buff their second training path, the Spec Ops. There is so much wasted potential with that one to where you could actually be stealthy with it. There is so much wasted potential with it. You could really be like some Spec Ops dude in the back line, just sneaking around, stealthily killing everybody. But no, it doesn't do anything else good. And even the one passive you get with it where you make less noise while crouch sprinting, it really doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. But that is what I would change about all of the classes. If y'all have any suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I'll read through them and I'll respond to them if I have time, depending upon my work schedule. And if y'all like more videos like this, let me know, because my upload schedule is just like my sleep schedule. It's inconsistent as I'll get back. But I hope everybody enjoyed. Don't forget to follow to become a Seal Baby, and check me out on Twitch where I stream as well with X1844. Hope all y'all enjoyed, and I'll see all y'all in the next one.